Well, welcome back, Yvonne. Thank you so much for more of your time today. We were speaking about how many people need to work from home now, and because of that, you shared with me some really exciting initiatives that you actually operate in your business because you have a remote team and you work online for many of your clients and with your team. And so we thought it would be a good opportunity to jump back online together and have a few more questions, specifically how you work remotely using Workplace by Facebook.
Lovely. Thanks again. I'm getting sick of talking to me, but anyway.
Never. So I guess, probably to kick off, most businesses, really wouldn't have had this many staff working from remotely or this often before. As a business owner yourself, why have you been using this platform on Facebook, and has it been working? Yeah, I'd love to just hear a little bit more about the background that you have with this particular program.
Of course. Look, it's only one tool. There are other tools out there. There are a number of collaborative tools. I chose to use this one because I just like the way that it flows. It isn't actually on Facebook. It's separate of Facebook, but it looks like Facebook. So for anyone that's using Facebook, which is a lot of the population, it operates in a very similar way. You've got your news feed, and I'll show you through some of that in a second. But that's the reason I've chosen to go with that particular platform. I chose to do it because I've got staff doing different projects, and sometimes I'll need to give a general communication to all staff. And I guess I was finding that emails were getting lost by, we're trying to liaise by email, we're trying to liaise by phone, text and that sort of stuff. I just thought we need one central place so that if there's an announcement that needs to be made or there's information that people need, it's there, they know where to go to get it. One of the attractions of Workplace is that it does give you notifications on your phone. So there is an app, so you can have notifications coming through if people are updating things online. And it really just is about that centralized point that people, I've now said, this is where we want you to go for information. This is where the files will be saved. And it also means I don't have to give access to numerous people to my Google Drive, for example, or different folders, and then remember to take it off them in future. So yeah, it means because different employees are working on different folders or different projects, if I want to give them access to my files in my Google Drive or G Drive, for example, I have to then go through all the security assignations for everyone and then remember to take them off again. If they move on or if they work on different projects or whatever. So it's just easy to have files in one central location. And then if the person's no longer in the workplace, they're removed from that workplace group, and it takes away their access automatically to everything.
Oh, that sounds really nice and easy. Yeah, fantastic. No, that's really great. And can you take us through and show us how it works and what the good bits are and what maybe the not so good bits are?
Okay. Whoops. I'm just going to share my screen with you if that's okay.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
There we go. Okay, so this is what Workplace looks like. This is my news feed. So Facebook, in the fact that you have the news feed coming down and you can see what the recent things are that have been posted that are relevant to me. What I really like about it is you can set up project teams. So for example, if you've got a team of people working on recruitment, you can have a recruitment template folder or a recruitment project folder. Have individual project folders, so it's just the work that they've been assigned to. They're the only ones that can see that. And then you've got the option of having, my screen's just gone. There we go.
Oh, yep.
Where's my group? See all groups. I'm so sorry. That just blacked out on me there. The general group. This is the one where you can post announcements. So for example, I'm trying to stay in touch with people given that we're all working from home and that some of us have, gone away to spend time with our families because that's just a better place to be than sitting in place on your own. So for example, I can share the announcements that my marketing team member has actually just started up her own marketing consultancy. Also that one of my team members has just gained permanent employment with one of my clients. And also, just announcements around awards and that kind of stuff. We've also got our COVID-19 policy up there so that staff can see what's expected of them at that time. So this is the general group where everything can be posted. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Notifications come in down on here on the left, very much as they do with Facebook. You can have chats with people, live chats. And there's an admin panel, which I don't use much because the groups, the project groups really do everything that I need them to do. There is a way to do videos as well. I haven't done any via this. I usually just use Zoom. And if I'm taping videos, there's a program called Loom, Loom. That's free, which I really like as well.
Great.
Yeah, so I believe there is a way to do videos as mentioned here. The other thing you can do with this is you can have events. So, for example, we were all going to In Conversation with Kelly Doust on Thursday night, but that's not going to happen now because things happening now. But you can schedule events and they will come up as reminders on people's calendars, whether that's in the general group or whether that's in their project groups. Yeah, so it's just a great little tool with all of the things that Facebook offers, separate from Facebook, but a nice user-friendly kind of format.
Definitely. No, I love that it's that format that everyone is used to seeing, because then they can just jump in and pick it up straight away. You don't have to learn or, it's already there. So that's really great.
Yep.
And obviously Facebook knows what works, and so they've just basically pulled this across. So yeah, I think that's great, and it definitely is engaging for staff, because staff are used to staying up to date with their friends and family on Facebook, and this is a way that people can stay engaged with each other in the workplace as well. It's fantastic. What I got from it was that it was such a great platform. I was actually really impressed with how easy it was to use, and just having like all the documents and all the folders and everything there together. So in terms of what we saw on your screen, I was really happy with what we saw. Was there any other parts to it that you wanted to show, or I think that was
No, I think that covers it. It is basic, it's not a bells and whistles system, and you can get more if you pay for it, but I don't need to. So
yeah, no, that's fantastic. That's awesome. The other question that I wanted to ask you was around engaging your staff. Is there anything extra and additional that you were doing with your staff, or that you were advising any of your clients to do with their staff at this time?
Just keep them informed as much as possible. One of the interesting things about people and employees is, in the absence of information, people make up their own stuff. That's just human nature. So I think it's impossible to communicate too much in terms of what's going on. I would just say keep people informed, keep them feeling like they're in the loop, even if there's no work for them to do. If you're in touch with them, how things going, is there anything they need? Yeah, just keep in touch and keep them posted, keep them updated as much as you possibly can.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's great. And did you have any other tips for employers just at this time, or when they're transitioning to this model, what they need to do?
So I think you need to, if it's something that's completely foreign to your workforce, then you need to think about getting them to be comfortable with it. So you can't just put it in place and expect someone that's never used Facebook before, for example, because they do exist. You can't just put it in place and expect people to just embrace it. So you need to, if you're planning to implement it with a bigger workforce, and look, the advantage for me is my workforce is relatively young, and it's something that I've brought in before they've been in place. So I've just kind of said, this is what we do. But if you are implementing it with existing teams, do some thinking up front about the benefits it's going to bring for them. So you need to understand and be able to sell to them why it's a good thing for them, not just a good thing for you. Think about training if people need it, and think about whether some people may have an opposition to, for example, something that is Facebook. So I know that, a client of mine, when I suggested to them that I was using Workplace by Facebook, because there is that association with Facebook, even though it isn't on the Facebook platform, there's still a reluctance to perhaps use the forum, and that's fine. There are other collaborative tools out there. So just have a think about your workforce demographic, how comfortable they are going to be with it. If they're not, how you increase their level of comfort around it, whether it's training or communication or sitting alongside them while they use it for the first time.
Yeah, no, they're really good tips. Thank you. Well, that was all my questions. So thank you so much for your time. It was really great to see the platform actually, because before, you know, I had the chance to see it, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
But now that I've gone through it, I think it's really fantastic, so easy to use, and it's great, you know, as you mentioned about having the key messages that you want to get out to everybody, but then also to have all of the files and things and project specific things in another section, but still all contained on the one thing. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for
Great.
your time.
Thank you. Thanks, Yvonne. Really
Take
appreciate
care.
it. Bye.
Bye.